is Tuesday, November 23, 2021. Bodhi is the only horse I know that likes to cuddle. The gloves are coming off. I want to share a very personal story with you in the context of copy and paste. You're leaning on me, sweetie. Okay, let me give you center stage. Beautiful boy. I will paint you the picture. This happened a little over 19 years ago, and I know this for a fact because I was highly pregnant with my daughter Alicia. I was visibly pregnant. I had only maybe a couple of months to go. I can probably look it up because it happened at the funeral of my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. She had been in a nursing home for a while. She was dementing. Do I need to give you space? I'm very comfortable with my horses, but when they need to get up, I get out of the way because I don't want to be trampled. I was highly pregnant and single. The father of my child, who I had met in a Jewish renewal shul in Amsterdam, a young lad by the name of David, had split, so I was a single mom. And here I was attending the funeral of my grandmother, my father's mother, having to explain myself to uncles and cousins and aunts and nieces. Which was an uncomfortable situation to start with. And my father, who was always socially awkward as fuck, my father was obviously there as well. This was my grandmother's, his mother's funeral after all. My father since has passed away. That's why I feel comfortable sharing this story. So here I was, seeing uncles and aunts and cousins and nieces for the first time in forever, highly pregnant, trying to explain myself, what happened to the father and why I am not married and stuff like that. Uncomfortable already as is. So we're standing around in a group of people, uncles, whatever, aunts, and my father says, in a attempt to be funny, I guess, about my pregnancy, yeah, ha ha ha, it wasn't me. And I'm just like wanting to like sink right into the floor in that moment, just realizing the implications that he is just throwing into space. It wasn't me. I didn't get my daughter pregnant. Gee, thanks, Dad, for sharing that. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. My dad always was entirely socially awkward. Do you want to get up? My beanbag. I hope I don't need to explain how that was awkward as fuck, and I wanted to sink right into the ground, going, Dad, really, are you out of your fucking mind? It was a couple of months later when another David, my New York David crush, came to visit and was present at my daughter's birth, and he gave it some context that I didn't see before. I related the story to him because it bothered me. It was it just gave me the creeps, really. And he said he is just awkward. He is socially awkward, and he simply copies and pastes what he has heard other people say in other situations that seem to be funny or that seem to have been met with approval. He just takes something that he has heard before and puts it into a situation that he doesn't know how to handle. My friend David, New York David, didn't use terms like autism or Asperger's syndrome. It wasn't a very known thing back then, and also the internet wasn't what it is today, so that kind of information wasn't readily available like it is today. So in retrospect, I can post-mortem diagnose my father as on the spectrum, which may explain that I later married a man who fathered my second child, Mishka, who has, after we got divorced, been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. I rest my case. It's too windy anyway. The gloves always come back on.